Imagine holding a coin in your hand, small, coppery, seemingly ordinary, yet hiding a secret that could change your life forever. Yes, I'm talking about the 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that collectors across the United States would pay top dollar for, a coin that could turn your forgotten pocket change into a fortune. You might be sitting there thinking, could this really be worth something? The truth is, rare coins like this one are not just currency, they are keys to opportunity, wealth, and a connection to history itself. But how many of these coins are out there, and could one be hiding in your collection, jar, or even your old purse? The possibility is thrilling, isn't it? Let's step into the story of this coin. In the bustling mints of the United States in 1990, millions of pennies were struck with meticulous care. Yet, in this sea of precision, a few escaped the normal process, resulting in coins without a mint mark. These no-mint mark Lincoln pennies are exceptionally rare. And rarity is the language of value. You see, the difference between a regular penny and one that collectors scramble to own can be as simple as a tiny detail that most people overlook. But for those who recognize it, it is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary, between loose change and a treasure worth potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, you might be asking yourself, how do I know if I have one of these? Or perhaps, where do I even begin to sell an old rare coin? It's an exciting question because the moment you identify a genuine 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, you step into a world that most people only read about in magazines or see on television auctions. Imagine the adrenaline, the anticipation, and yes, even a hint of fear that your coin is one of the few in existence that collectors would compete fiercely to own. And here's a little secret, it's not just about selling. It's about understanding its journey. From the moment it left the mint to the day it lands in your hands, this coin carries a story, a history, and a potential fortune. Picture this, you find a penny under your couch, and as you examine it, you notice something odd, there's no mint mark. Your heart races. Could this unassuming piece of metal actually be a ticket to a life of luxury and opportunity? Many people dismiss pennies as trivial, but that is exactly what makes discovering a rare error so electrifying. How many times have you heard someone say, I wish I had kept that old coin? This is your chance to be the person who didn't miss out. The 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny has been known to fetch extraordinary sums at auctions. And here's the exciting part, collectors are actively searching, competing, and paying maximum dollar amounts to secure one. But don't worry if you're new to the world of rare coins. You may be wondering, how do I even sell old coins safely? How do I find a reputable auction shop in the USA? How do I make sure I get the maximum value? These are critical questions because knowledge is your superpower. By connecting with expert coin dealers, reputable auction houses, or trusted online platforms, you ensure that your coin doesn't just change hands, it changes your life. And let's be honest, who doesn't want to turn something as small as a penny into a story of financial triumph? From pocket change to millions, the journey begins with awareness, curiosity, and action. Now, here's a little pattern interrupt. Imagine someone handing you a penny and saying, "This is just a penny." Would you laugh, roll your eyes, or feel a spark of possibility? That spark, my friend, is exactly what we're chasing. Every coin tells a story, and the 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny whispers one of urgency and potential. Its scarcity, combined with the increasing demand from collectors and investors, creates a market that waits for the bold, the observant, and the informed. Are you going to let this opportunity pass by like any ordinary penny? Or will you hold it tight and explore its real value? As we move forward, let's talk numbers. While every coin's worth depends on condition, rarity, and market demand, the 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny has been known to command maximum dollar values in auctions, often far exceeding what most people imagine. Yes, we are talking about a coin that could bring in life-changing amounts of money. It's not just a collector's item, it's a financial asset. And this is where your curiosity should ignite into action. How do you prepare your coin for sale? How do you ensure authenticity? What is the best strategy to attract high-paying buyers? Each question leads you closer to unlocking its true potential. Here's another thought to stir excitement: these coins don't stay on the market forever. Their scarcity means that every day, collectors snatch up available specimens. The window to act is real, tangible, and fleeting. Have you ever missed out on a rare opportunity and regretted it? That feeling can be avoided if you know what to look for and who to contact. Understanding the market, consulting experts, and acting decisively can turn your hidden penny into a headline-worthy sale. And let's be honest, there's a thrill in knowing that what others see as trivial could, in fact, make you millions. By now, you may be imagining your own life transformed by the simple discovery of a coin. From curiosity to evaluation, from finding a buyer to closing the deal, the 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny invites you into a journey of wealth, excitement, and empowerment. Ask yourself, are you ready to explore the hidden treasures in your possession? Are you willing to invest time in learning how to sell old rare coins? How do you navigate auction shops in the USA to ensure you get the maximum dollar? These questions are not obstacles, they are gateways to possibility, and as we draw toward the conclusion, let's reflect on the emotional journey. From the thrill of discovery to the anticipation of valuation, from the fear of missing out to the excitement of securing maximum value, the story of the 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny mirrors a path to opportunity that is both tangible and inspiring. You see, it's not just about money, it's about recognizing potential where others see none. It's about courage, awareness, and timing. And most importantly, it's about taking the first step. Because in the world of rare coins, the person who hesitates is often the person who misses out, while the observant, informed, and proactive individual reaps the rewards. So, ask yourself one final question: could the pennies in your pocket, your jar, or your old collections be hiding a gem like the 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny? Could today be the day you uncover a coin that collectors would compete fiercely to own, a coin that could transform your financial story and connect you to a legacy of wealth? Remember, opportunity waits for no one. And in the hands of the prepared, informed, and ambitious, a single coin can truly be worth maximum dollars. The 1990 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is not just a coin, it's an invitation. An invitation to act, to explore, and to claim the extraordinary potential that lies hidden in ordinary places. From pocket change to millions, your journey begins with curiosity, knowledge, and bold action. The question isn't whether this coin could be valuable, it's whether you are ready to see it, act on it, and step into a world of wealth and possibility. Because for those who do, the rewards are nothing short of remarkable. Imagine this: you're rummaging through a jar of loose change on your kitchen counter, maybe a few pennies, nickels, and dimes jingling together. You pause and pick up a penny dated 1991, ordinary, right? But what if I told you that this very coin, sitting quietly in your hand, could be worth tens of thousands of dollars? Yes, that little copper disc could transform a casual collector's curiosity into a life-altering fortune. What makes it so special? This is no ordinary Lincoln penny, it's the 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent error coin, one of the most sought-after and valuable pennies in the United States. And today, we're diving deep into its world, exploring why it commands such high prices and how you, yes you, could turn what seems like spare change into a financial windfall. Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln penny has graced American pockets since 1909, its familiar image of Abraham Lincoln a constant reminder of heritage and history. But in 1991, something unusual happened. Some pennies were struck without a mint mark, a small letter that typically identifies where the coin was produced. Normally, 1991 pennies carry a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia. The missing mark might seem trivial, but for collectors, it's a rare and coveted anomaly. How rare, you ask? Extremely. Out of millions of pennies minted that year, only a fraction slipped through the production process without their identifying mark. Imagine the odds: a small manufacturing hiccup turning an everyday penny into a golden ticket for those who recognize its value. Could this coin be sitting in your wallet right now, unassuming, waiting to unlock hidden wealth? Here's where the excitement kicks in. The 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just rare, it's in high demand. Auctions, coin shops, and private collectors all scramble to secure even a single specimen. Why? Because rarity alone doesn't drive value, condition and authenticity amplify it. A well-preserved penny, untouched by decades of circulation, can fetch jaw-dropping sums, often reaching what many consider the maximum dollar value for coins of this type. You might be wondering, how can a penny from my pocket be worth so much? The answer lies in history, scarcity, and the human fascination with collectibles that tell a story. Every scratch, every shine, every imperfection tells a tale, and collectors pay handsomely for coins that carry that narrative. But let's pause for a moment. Have you ever thought, while shuffling through coins, could I really sell this? How do I even start? It's a common fear. What if you undervalue your treasure, or worse, what if it's fake? Here's the truth: professional appraisal and authentication are your first steps. Reputable coin grading services scrutinize each coin, assigning a grade that can dramatically affect its auction price. Think of it as turning your coin into a certified masterpiece, proof that it belongs in the hands of serious collectors. And if you're wondering where to sell, the options are vast, from local coin shops to online auctions and high-end collectible shows. How do you decide the best avenue? Consider audience, demand, and reputation. Selling a rare coin isn't about a quick flip, it's about connecting with the right buyer who understands its true worth. Could your 1991 penny be the bridge between pocket change and a life-changing payday? Absolutely. Let's get a little playful here for a moment. Imagine showing this penny to a friend, nonchalantly saying, "Oh, this old thing? Worth more than my car." Cue the jaw drop. Humor aside, that's not far from reality. The market for rare coins thrives on stories, excitement, and exclusivity. And the 1991 no-mint mark penny has all three. Its value isn't static, it fluctuates based on collector trends, economic conditions, and auction dynamics. So yes, timing matters. Waiting for the right moment, when competition is high and buyers are eager, could mean the difference between a modest sale and a record-breaking one. When was the last time a simple penny could change someone's life overnight? That's the thrill of rare coin collecting. Unpredictability meets opportunity. Now, let's talk about the psychology behind this pursuit. Why are people willing to pay tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands, for a single coin? It's the fear of missing out, the knowledge that while millions of people may pass by ordinary pennies every day, only a select few ever spot the hidden gems. And here's the key: that gem could be yours. Have you ever wondered how people make real money from coins, transforming what's often ignored into a solid investment? It's about education, patience, and decisiveness. From pocket changes to millions, the path isn't always obvious, but the rewards are tangible. The question isn't just, do you have a valuable penny? It's, are you ready to recognize it, preserve it, and sell it to the right buyer? And let's get strategic. Suppose you've confirmed your coin's authenticity and condition. What's next? How do you reach the collectors who value it most? First, document everything: high-quality photos, detailed descriptions, and provenance if available. Then, choose your marketplace wisely. Auction houses specializing in rare coins, like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, often achieve maximum dollar values because they attract serious buyers willing to compete. Could selling locally at a coin shop yield similar results? Sometimes, but rarely the peak price. Timing, audience, and presentation matter just as much as the coin itself. And don't forget the urgency factor: rare coins don't sit forever, and a well-timed auction can turn fleeting opportunity into a record sale. Here's a question for you: are you thinking about the future? Imagine sitting down 10 years from now, knowing that the penny you held onto today has appreciated exponentially. That's the power of rare coins, the blend of historical significance, scarcity, and market demand. And while most people overlook pennies as trivial, the savvy collector sees potential. This isn't just about nostalgia, it's about investment, foresight, and seizing opportunities before they disappear. Could your next pocket change discovery become the conversation starter at auctions and among collectors nationwide? The answer is yes, if you act with knowledge and confidence. Now, let's circle back to our story. That 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't merely a coin, it's a symbol of possibility. It represents the thrill of discovery, the excitement of rarity, and the tangible reward that can come from paying attention to the small things. Imagine holding that penny, knowing that it could command the maximum dollar value in today's market, bridging your ordinary life to extraordinary wealth. How do you make this dream a reality? Authenticate, grade, document, and connect with the right buyers. How do you maximize its value? Patience, strategy, and timing. How do you turn curiosity into cash? Education and decisive action. From pocket changes to millions, every step matters, and the journey is as exciting as the reward. Imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a coin that could change your life forever. Not a lottery ticket, not a stock tip, but a humble 1997 mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, that tiny, copper-colored piece of history sitting quietly among your loose change could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even more. How many times have you walked past a coin, thinking it was just spare change, only to realize later that it was a golden opportunity missed? What if today, that missed opportunity could become your stepping stone to unimaginable wealth? The story of the 1997 Lincoln penny is not just about a coin, it's about possibility, timing, and knowledge. Picture a bustling mint in Denver over 2 decades ago, coins whizzing through the presses at incredible speeds. Amidst the perfect production lines, errors happen, rare, fascinating, and incredibly valuable errors. This is how the 1997 penny became one of the most sought-after coins for collectors and investors alike. Have you ever wondered why some pennies, ordinary in appearance, fetch extraordinary prices? Or how a single mint mark or a minor misprint could catapult a coin from 1 cent to a life-changing sum? Here's where most people make the mistake: they overlook what is right in front of them. You might be sitting on a small fortune, and you don't even know it. What is it about this particular penny that makes it so valuable? The 1997 penny, minted in Denver, is notorious for its rare die errors. These errors, sometimes doubling of the mint mark, off-center strikes, or unexpected die cracks, make each coin a unique treasure. When collectors spot these anomalies, their hearts race. Why? Because scarcity drives desire, and desire drives prices into the stratosphere. Have you ever felt the thrill of holding something almost mythical, knowing that only a handful exist in the world? That is exactly the sensation that comes with discovering a true error coin. Now, let me ask you, how do you turn this knowledge into wealth? How do you sell old and rare coins safely and for the maximum dollar? Many people are terrified of scams or selling for far less than a coin is worth. Imagine this: a seasoned collector or an auction house specialist examining your 1997 Lincoln penny and immediately recognizing its rarity. That feeling of exhilaration, knowing that you are about to transform a piece of history into life-changing money, is it exciting or what? Some may ask, how do I even find the right buyer, or, can a penny really be worth a fortune? The answer is yes. The right buyer, the right timing, and proper grading can turn a dusty penny into tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even more than you dared to dream. Think about your pocket change. How often do you glance at the coins in your wallet or jar, dismissing them as trivial? And yet, within that mix could lie a 1997 Lincoln penny with a rare error, waiting for the right moment to shine. Could you imagine trading something you toss daily for a sum that could fund your dream lifestyle, your children's education, or even that luxury vacation you've been postponing? This is not a fantasy. Every year, coins like these enter the marketplace, and collectors compete fiercely, sometimes paying more than their face value multiplied by thousands. The urgency is real. Every day you wait is a day someone else could discover your treasure and claim it first. But let's pause for a moment and ask a humorous question. Have you ever tried paying for coffee with a coin and thought, this tiny penny could actually be a millionaire? Okay, maybe not in Starbucks, but in the world of rare coin auctions, yes, it could. And that is the magic of the 1997 penny. The irony is that something we all consider common can hide secrets worth millions. It makes you wonder, what other small fortunes are lying undiscovered in your home, in your drawer, in your coin jar, here's the part where most people hesitate: grading and authentication. How do you know your penny is genuinely rare and not just an ordinary minting error? This is where professionals come in. Organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, meticulously examine coins, assigning grades that directly influence market value. A well-documented, certified 1997 D Lincoln penny can attract attention from collectors nationwide, sometimes internationally. Picture a prestigious auction, the gavel coming down, and your coin selling for tens of thousands of dollars. Can you feel that excitement? Can you feel your pulse quicken at the thought of turning something so small into so much? Let's talk about selling. How do you navigate the marketplace safely, especially if this is your first time selling old and rare coins? Many wonder, should I sell directly to collectors? Should I list it online? Or should I approach an auction house? The truth is, each path has its advantages, but knowledge is your ultimate weapon. Selling through reputable auction houses often guarantees maximum exposure and competitive bidding. And competitive bidding, my friends, is where the magic happens. Have you ever witnessed an item you thought was modest sell for exponentially more than expected? That's exactly what happens in high-demand coin auctions, and now, let's connect the dots. From the first moment you recognize the potential of your 1997 D penny, to understanding its rarity, to grading, and finally to selling at an auction or to a serious collector, you are not just selling a coin. You are participating in a journey that transforms ordinary life into extraordinary opportunity. How many times do we ignore opportunities because they seem too small? How often do we dismiss what could be life-changing because we fail to look closely enough? Every detail matters, every second counts, and every decision could mean the difference between keeping a penny and holding a ticket to wealth. Imagine walking away with the knowledge and confidence to turn your coins into real money. Imagine the 1997 D Lincoln penny in your hand, and in the next few weeks, that coin securing a future you've only dreamed of. How does it feel knowing that you've turned everyday objects into tangible wealth? From pocket change to millions, it's not just a catchy phrase, it's a reality for those willing to accept and so. What will you do today? Will you look at your coin jar differently? Will you take the step to authenticate, to research, and finally, to sell your rare finds? Or will you continue letting opportunities slip by, wondering years later what could have been? The market is hungry, the demand is high, and the collectors are ready. Your 1997 D Lincoln penny could be the key. How will you unlock it? How will you ensure you sell old and rare coins for maximum dollar value? How will you secure your piece of this exciting and lucrative market? Imagine holding a coin in your hand, something so ordinary it might have slipped unnoticed through your fingers for decades. Now, imagine discovering that this very coin, this humble penny, could be worth more than you ever dreamed, potentially tens of thousands of dollars in the right market. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and high-demand treasures in the United States coin collecting world, the 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny error. This is not just a coin, this is a gateway from pocket change to unimaginable wealth. Have you ever wondered how a single coin could turn your life around, or how ordinary coins sitting in jars or drawers could be worth millions? Let's start at the beginning. Most of us grew up seeing pennies as trivial, almost invisible, pennies tossed into fountains for wishes or forgotten in couches. But in 2001, a minting anomaly created something extraordinary. Normally, Lincoln pennies are stamped with a mint mark, a tiny letter indicating where it was produced. A D for Denver, a P for Philadelphia, but the rare no-mint mark 2001 penny defies that expectation. And in the world of numismatics, when a coin deviates from the norm, the market responds with excitement and urgency. Collectors across the nation scramble for these anomalies because rarity equals value, and value can translate into life-changing money. Now, imagine you've just stumbled across one of these pennies. Maybe it's been in a pocket since your childhood, or maybe it's hiding in a dusty coin jar. You pick it up, and for a fleeting moment, you think, this is just a penny. But then you notice, no mint mark. Your pulse quickens. Could this little piece of copper really be a ticket to fortune? How many people are sitting on coins like this right now, unaware of their hidden worth? And more importantly, how could you turn this forgotten pocket change into a sum that might rival a small fortune? Here's the thing, the market for rare coins is not just about luck, it's about timing, knowledge, and connections. Knowing where to sell, how to authenticate, and how to market your coin can make the difference between a few dollars and a life-altering amount. For example, auctions and specialized coin shops in the USA are highly sensitive to supply and demand. When a 2001 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny hits the auction floor, bidding wars can erupt, sometimes reaching maximum dollar values that leave onlookers stunned. How do you navigate that process? How do you know if your coin is genuine or if it's simply a collectible curiosity? Before we go deeper, let's pause for a moment. Have you ever wondered why a tiny letter, or the absence of one, can make such a monumental difference in value? It's not magic, it's the principle of scarcity and desirability. The fewer coins like this exist, the higher their value climbs. And collectors, driven by a mix of excitement, fear of missing out, and the thrill of owning something extraordinarily rare, are willing to pay top dollar. Could you imagine someone paying more than a car for a single penny? It sounds absurd, but in the world of rare coins, this is reality. Now, I know what you're thinking, Ray, this sounds exciting, but how do I actually sell an old rare coin in the USA? Well, here's the truth, it starts with authentication. You want your coin evaluated by reputable grading services, the same ones that collectors trust for verification. Once your coin is certified, you can approach auctions, both online and in person, or connect with high-end coin shops specializing in rare US pennies. Each step is an opportunity to maximize your coin's value. But here's a question for you, are you willing to let fear of the unknown keep that fortune locked away, or will you take action today? Let's take a moment to appreciate just how dramatic this journey can be. 1 minute, you're holding a coin you consider trivial. The next, after proper evaluation and marketing, that same coin could be at the center of intense bidding, potentially bringing in tens of thousands of dollars. From pocket change to millions, it's not just a story, it's a reality for those who recognize opportunity and act decisively. How thrilling is that? And don't you want to know the feeling of turning something so small into something so powerful? And here's where we add a twist, a moment to reset your attention. Imagine explaining to a friend that a penny from 2001 could make someone rich. They might laugh, roll their eyes, or even challenge your sanity. But then, when the auction hammer falls, the room erupts in excitement as the coin sells for maximum dollar value. Suddenly, that penny is no longer a joke, it's a legend. Humor and disbelief aside, this pattern repeats over and over in the rare coin market, and you could be part of it, but let's not overlook the urgency. Coins like the 2001 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny are not sitting on every street corner. They are disappearing from circulation, being discovered, bought, and stored in private collections. Every day, another potential treasure vanishes into someone else's hands. So, what should you do if you have one? How do you ensure you're not left behind while others capitalize on this rare opportunity? Time and knowledge are your allies here. Acting quickly, securing authentication, and connecting with the right buyers can make all the difference. Now, connecting all these points together, the rarity, the thrill, the process of selling, and the urgency, we arrive at a powerful truth: wealth in coins is as much about strategy as it is about luck. It's about spotting the rare anomalies, understanding their value, and taking decisive steps to convert them into tangible wealth. It's about transforming ordinary pocket change into extraordinary life-changing opportunities. Ask yourself, are you ready to turn what you once considered spare change into a fortune? Are you prepared to step into the world of collectors, auctions, and high-demand rare coins? Before we close, consider this: the 2001 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is not just a coin. It's a story of potential, a symbol of what happens when ordinary objects intersect with rarity and demand. It's proof that even the most overlooked items can hold unimaginable value. And in the right hands, with the right knowledge and action, this penny could command maximum dollar prices at auctions, transforming not just wallets, but lives. How much could your forgotten coins be worth if you started looking at them through the lens of opportunity today? So, here's the takeaway: examine your coins, learn to identify rare errors, authenticate your finds, and seek the right venues to sell. Understand the market, act with urgency, and embrace the thrill of possibility. From humble pennies to maximum dollar treasures, the journey is not just about money, it's about discovery, excitement, and empowerment. Can you see yourself holding that coin, watching the auction unfold, feeling the rush as your penny becomes a life-altering asset? That's the power of rare coins, and that's the potential of the 2001 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Imagine reaching into your pocket for a simple penny and realizing that you're holding a treasure that could change your life forever. Yes, it sounds like a story from a movie, but for collectors and savvy investors in the United States, it's very real. The 2013 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny has quietly captured the attention of collectors and coin enthusiasts nationwide. These pennies, often overlooked, are now in extremely high demand, sparking a wave of excitement and urgency among those who dream of turning small discoveries into extraordinary wealth. Have you ever wondered if the coins in your drawer could be worth thousands, or even more? If you've ever asked yourself, how can I sell old rare coins? Or, is it possible to make real money from coins found in pocket change? Then pay attention, because this story could rewrite your understanding of wealth and opportunity. It all begins with a question: what makes a 2013 Lincoln penny without a mint mark so special? Most pennies carry a small letter indicating where they were minted, D for Denver, P for Philadelphia. But a 2013 no-mint mark penny is a curious anomaly. It represents a small error in the minting process, a flaw that, paradoxically, makes it extraordinarily valuable. Coin errors like these are rare, and rarity is the heartbeat of value in the coin world. For collectors, this isn't just a coin, it's a piece of history, a one-in-a-million chance, and a potential key to unlocking wealth. And yes, the market is noticing. Demand is soaring, and savvy collectors are paying top dollar at auctions and specialty shops across the United States. Have you checked your change lately? Could your next treasure be hiding between your keys and receipts? Now, you might be asking yourself, is this just hype, or is there real money to be made? Consider this: in recent years, similar rare Lincoln pennies have fetched astonishing sums at auction. The truth is, the United States has a rich tradition of coin collecting, and the market for rare errors is hotter than ever. From New York to Los Angeles, seasoned collectors and first-time investors alike are hunting for these elusive coins. What if I told you that a penny from your pocket could join this elite club? How do you even begin to sell old rare coins in the US? Where should you go, and how do you ensure you get the maximum value? These are the questions that separate those who simply hold coins from those who transform them into life-changing assets. Let's pause for a moment and imagine the scene. You walk into an auction shop, perhaps skeptical, perhaps curious, carrying a handful of coins. The dealer examines them with a practiced eye. Suddenly, the room leans in, everyone recognizes the rarity. Your ordinary penny, the one you barely noticed, commands attention. The excitement is electric. Bids climb higher and higher. Your heart races. This is not a fantasy, it is the real-world thrill of discovering a coin with exceptional value. And here's a little secret that often surprises people: these coins are in such high demand that they don't linger long on shelves. If you find one, the key is action. How do you make sure you're selling it in the right place? How do you get the auction house to recognize its true worth? How do you turn a small, forgotten coin into a big payday? Here's where strategy becomes crucial. Selling old and rare coins isn't just about finding them, it's about knowing their value, understanding the market, and connecting with the right buyers. Many Americans underestimate what's sitting in their wallets, jars, or drawers. A 2013 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny can be worth a remarkable sum when properly authenticated and presented. But it's not just about the coin itself, it's about timing, presentation, and leveraging the marketplace. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to stumble onto coins worth tens of thousands while others miss the opportunity entirely? The difference is knowledge and urgency. The rare coin market doesn't wait, and hesitation can mean leaving life-changing money on the table. Now, let's talk about fear for a moment. Not the scary, haunted kind, but the fear of missing out. Imagine discovering a penny worth thousands and hesitating, unsure where to sell it or how to verify its authenticity. That moment of doubt can cost more than you think. Collectors and investors are not just buying coins, they're buying certainty, rarity, and exclusivity. That's why understanding the market and acting quickly is crucial. It's about transforming a casual curiosity into a decisive action plan. How do you make that leap? Where do you start? What's the first step toward turning coins into serious income? The answer is simpler than most people realize: educate yourself, consult with experts, and connect with reputable auction shops or coin dealers. Excitement is the other side of the coin, pun intended. The thrill of uncovering a rare penny, of holding history in your hand, is matched only by the possibility of wealth it can bring. Picture this, from pocket changes to millions. Sounds unbelievable. Yet, countless Americans have walked this path. Some started by sifting through loose change at home, others by exploring coin shops, flea markets, or estate sales. Each step was guided by curiosity, persistence, and the awareness that opportunity can hide in the most ordinary places. And the 2013 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is exactly that kind of opportunity. With collectors clamoring for this rare error, its value is at a peak, and those who understand its potential are reaping extraordinary rewards. So, how can you be part of this movement? How do you ensure that the coins you own, or might soon discover, are properly valued and sold to the right audience? First, authentication is paramount. Professional grading services confirm a coin's rarity and condition, often increasing its market value exponentially. Next, presentation matters. Auction shops and online marketplaces thrive on trust and reputation, so clarity, documentation, and timing are everything. Finally, acting with urgency is essential. The rare coin market is dynamic, fast-moving, and competitive. Waiting too long could mean missing out on a once-in-a-lifetime sale. Have you ever thought, could this coin in my change really be worth thousands? The answer is yes, but only if you act decisively. By now, you may be feeling a mix of fear and excitement, the perfect emotional cocktail that drives action. Let that energy guide you. Picture your ordinary collection of coins transformed into a portfolio of rare treasures, each penny a story, each coin a potential windfall. The 2013 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than just an error, it's a gateway to financial opportunity and the thrill of discovery. Imagine the pride, the sense of achievement, and the freedom that comes with recognizing value where others see none. How do you make the leap from curiosity to action? How do you sell these coins for maximum value in the US? The answers are at your fingertips: research, authenticate, present, and connect with the right buyers. And now, let's tie it all together. From the quiet beginnings of a simple penny in your pocket to the excitement of an auction room where collectors compete for its rarity, the journey of a 2013 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny illustrates a universal truth: opportunity often hides in plain sight. Fear of missing out fuels urgency. Knowledge fuels confidence. And action fuels transformation. Ask yourself, how many forgotten coins are waiting to be discovered in your home? How many chances to turn pocket change into substantial wealth are slipping by unnoticed? The time to act is now. The demand for these pennies is at its highest, collectors are actively searching, and the market has never been more receptive. With the right approach, your ordinary coins can become extraordinary assets, and your curiosity can become a source of significant financial gain. In conclusion, the 2013 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just a coin, it is a story of rarity, value, and opportunity. It's proof that in the United States, wealth can emerge from the most unexpected places, and that ordinary objects can become extraordinary investments when recognized at the right time. Are you ready to turn curiosity into action? Are you ready to explore the world of coin collecting, to understand the market, and to sell old and rare coins in the USA for top dollar? The adventure begins with awareness, moves through strategy, and culminates in the thrill of a successful sale. This penny, small and unassuming, embodies the potential to transform your perspective, your collection, and perhaps even your life. Don't let it slip through your fingers. The demand is high, the market is active, and your opportunity is real. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that seems ordinary, perhaps even insignificant at first glance. You glance at it, pocket it, and walk away. But what if I told you that this simple coin, minted in 2014 with a small D mark, could actually be your ticket to a life you've only dreamed of? Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2014 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, an ordinary coin to most, but a treasure trove for those who know its secrets. How much could it really be worth? Could this coin in your wallet be your gateway from pocket change to millions? Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln 1-cent has been a staple of American currency for over a century. Most of us grew up with pennies in our hands, often tossed carelessly into jars or wishing wells. But not all pennies are created equal. Among the billions minted, certain coins carry rare errors, subtle mistakes that collectors and investors chase with an almost desperate fervor. And that brings us to the 2014 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks like every other penny produced that year, but a closer look reveals a minting anomaly that has collectors scrambling. Now, you might be thinking, how can a penny minted less than a decade ago be worth anything extraordinary? This is where the magic, and the mystery, of coin collecting comes into play. Errors in minting, like double strikes, off-center impressions, or die cracks, transform ordinary coins into highly sought-after pieces. And here's a question that might make you lean a little closer to your screen: what if one of these pennies in your spare change has that exact error? Imagine discovering a coin in your drawer that suddenly turns into a prized collectible. Wouldn't you want to know how to turn it into serious money? But let's pause for a moment. How often have we ignored what's right under our noses? How many pennies have you brushed aside, thinking, it's just a penny? What if those pennies, sitting forgotten in your purse or jar, held the potential to change your life? This is not just a story about coins, it's a story about opportunities missed, and more importantly, opportunities discovered. And yes, it's also a story about urgency. Because the market for rare coins moves fast. Every day, collectors and investors are bidding thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, for coins just like the 2014 D Lincoln penny. Now, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The D Mint mark indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. And while millions of these pennies were produced, a tiny fraction emerged with minting errors that make them extremely valuable. Collectors and auction houses alike are on high alert for these anomalies. They know that the rarity of an error can exponentially increase a coin's value. So, you might ask, how do I know if my penny is one of these rare finds? That's where attention to detail and expert guidance comes in. Small scratches, odd impressions, or unusual features could signal a coin worth far more than its face value. Let's break the suspense for a moment. You're probably wondering, how much could such a coin sell for today? And here's the answer that turns heads: coins like the 2014 D Lincoln penny error are commanding prices that are nothing short of astonishing. In the right auction, in the hands of the right collector, this seemingly humble penny can be worth thousands of dollars. Think about it, a coin you might have ignored yesterday could be a six-figure treasure tomorrow. It's thrilling, it's electrifying, and it's entirely possible if you know the right steps. Speaking of steps, let's address the questions burning in your mind. How do you sell old, rare coins? How can you maximize their value? And is it possible to turn your small collection into a fortune? First, it's crucial to understand the market. Professional coin grading services evaluate coins for authenticity and condition, which significantly affects their auction value. Then, selling through reputable auction houses or specialized coin dealers ensures that your coin reaches buyers willing to pay top dollar. And yes, there are stories of everyday people who discovered pennies in jars or under couch cushions and sold them for sums they never imagined. From pocket change to millions, the path is real, but only for those who act wisely and act now. Now, before we move further, here's a little humorous thought: imagine if your kid's piggy bank, collecting dust in a corner, is actually a treasure chest filled with future wealth. Wouldn't that make you look at those coins a little differently? Suddenly, the mundane becomes magnificent. Suddenly, pennies are not just coins, they're opportunities. Returning to our story, consider this: the demand for rare coins, particularly error coins, has never been higher. Collectors are competing, bidding passionately, and sometimes paying extraordinary amounts to secure a single coin. The scarcity of mint errors combined with the popularity of Lincoln pennies creates a perfect storm of value. And for someone like you, this is an open invitation to participate in a market that rewards knowledge, timing, and decisiveness. So, the question is, are you ready to explore this hidden world and claim what might already be yours? Now, let's talk strategy. If you have a 2014 Lincoln penny, or even suspect you do, the first step is verification. Authenticate your coin, inspect it for unusual features, and seek professional grading. Then, connect with trusted auction houses or dealers who specialize in high-value coins. Here's the secret that most people overlook: patience paired with timing is your greatest ally. Rushing a sale might get you a few $100s, but waiting for the right auction could multiply that amount many times over. It's a delicate dance between urgency and strategy, fear and excitement, opportunity and action. By now, you might be imagining what life could look like if your penny turns out to be a rare error. Picture the financial freedom, the ability to invest in experiences, the luxury of pursuing passions without constraints. Imagine being part of an elite circle of collectors and investors who understand the value of what most people dismiss as insignificant. This isn't fantasy, this is reality for those who recognize potential where others see nothing. And that's the essence of the 2014 Lincoln penny. As we approach the conclusion, let's tie it all together. The story began with a single coin in your hand, seemed ordinary, even unremarkable. But we've seen how rarity, error, and demand transform that coin into a potential fortune. We've explored the questions, the excitement, and the urgency of the market. And we've revealed a pathway, from discovery to authentication, to auction and ultimately, profit. The moral is clear: what you overlook today could be your wealth tomorrow. And the 2014 Lincoln penny is not just a coin, it's a symbol of opportunity, a reminder that even the smallest things can have enormous value. So, ask yourself, how will you act when opportunity knocks? Will you inspect that jar of coins with new eyes, or will another collector seize what could have been yours? How will you turn your old coins into real wealth, selling them in the right venues and understanding their worth in auctions across the USA? Remember, a simple coin can change everything, if you know its story, recognize its value, and take bold, deliberate action. And when all is said and done, the 2014 Lincoln penny error can be worth more than you ever imagined, potentially reaching maximum dollar amounts in today's high-demand market. From pocket change to millions, the journey begins with curiosity, knowledge, and decisive action.